Plaintiff Dean Ganzel says he and his girlfriend were friends with the defendant. And after his girlfriend died, the defendant allowed him to move into her place. Dean claims after he moved in, he and the defendant were intimate, which he regrets. And soon after he moved out, Dean is suing his former roommate because she threw away his belongings. Defendant Tamara Ragazinski denies that she and Dean were consensually intimate, and instead claims Dean was always exposing himself to her and even tried forcing sex on her. Tamara admits that she put Dean's property out on the street, but she insists the police told her to do so.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Tell me how she owes you.
It all started in February of this year. My girlfriend and I frequented a bar. We happened to meet Tammy at this bar. Unfortunately, on March 7th of this year, my girlfriend of 41 years of age passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
After that, basically, I didn't go to work for about 2.5 weeks, drinking nonstop, morning, noon, and night. I would occasionally go to the bar. I happened to run into Tammy again at that time at the bar. We did just kind of discuss my situation. I could no longer basically live where I was living because it was 2-income house. I didn't have the second income. I had to go do something. In turn, she had another roommate, basically brought up to me that, hey, why don't you move in the basement? This way we can split the rent between the three of us. It'll work out for everybody, which I said was fine. Unfortunately, in that 2-week period when I was basically drinking morning, noon, and night, I was intimate with her, which led her to believe.
Why do you say unfortunate?
Well, because that's why I'm here today.
He wasn't.
That's why I'm here today. Otherwise, I wouldn't be maybe not here today.
I thought perhaps you didn't appreciate it.
No. Well,
That is not true anyways.
but anyways, that happened. So I did move into the basement. After moving into the basement, after the first week, I started hearing rumors about
You had to move in the basement.
Yes, I moved into the basement.
After being intimate.
But
That means
I
you
told
didn't
her-
appreciate it.
It never happened. It didn't happen
After
anyways.
being intimate, I told her it was a mistake.
Doc, if you were right,
It was a mistake.
you wouldn't be living
I
in the
wasn't
basement after that.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have been living anywhere, the state of mind that I was in.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I did state to her that it was a mistake. She said she was fine with that, whatever. I basically moved into the basement. Then I started hearing rumors I have a witness here that will testify to a lot of the rumors where I was her boyfriend and that we were an item. And the reason that I moved into the house is because we were boyfriend and girlfriend, which was not the case. It was basically, yes, to help me out, but also to help her and her roommate out.
You just happened to be intimate with her.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Let me
intimate
hear your
with him.
side.
Just so I would like to start by saying I did nothing but try to help him out. I knew him long before February.
Okay.
It was New Year's Eve when we were at the same party.
Yeah,
He
you
had been
said
coming
you
to
all
my
had
bar
been
for quite a
friends.
while. The day after my girlfriend Wendy's funeral, he came to my establishment where I was working and sought me out and said he needed somebody to speak to. And he didn't feel like breaking down in front of his male friends, and he trusted me. Wendy died of cirrhosis of the liver from drinking to death.
He
was drinking himself
to go through all that, man.
He
How
was
is that
drinking-
relevant?
Yes.
What she died of?
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Well, I was watching him do the same thing. He was drinking himself to death. His work had sent the police to his house because he let his phone get shut off. He wasn't showing up for work or anything. I'm the one that called his work and talked them into giving him another try.
Your Honor,
Got
I
him a
have
phone. And it was me and my roommate who decided that he didn't want to move back to his parents because they wouldn't approve of his lifestyle. We let him move into the basement. After which he was exposing himself and forcing sex on me. And I have witnesses that will tell you that he came into my room while I was basically a prisoner in my own house, keeping them on the phone because I didn't want to be alone.
How many times did he force himself?
I also have a statement here.
That particular time, I told him, yes, I can feel you, and it isn't going to happen. And he got out of my room and went downstairs, and that's when we talked about it.
So he tried.
Yes.
He never did.
No.
Did he ever try more than once?
No.
Okay. All right. Tell me why you're suing her for this personal property. What happened?
Well, I informed her that I was going to be moving out. Okay. We got into a verbal altercation at where she works regarding her thinking that I still owed her money, which I paid her the money for 1 month's rent because I will only stay there 1 month. After the verbal disagreement, I stated to my witness, can you take me over by her house? We need to get as much stuff out of there because I just don't know what's going to happen. In the process of trying to do that, we were my witness was contacted by Tammy a couple of times stating to her, you better come get his stuff. It's out and back. It's by the alley. People are coming through and they're picking through it and taking stuff. Well,
She had set it out.
yeah, she threw it all out into the alley and next to the garage. So people were driving through the alley taking everything.
Did you allow her to do so or instruct her to do so?
No, not at all. And then what happened was I have a lot of my deceased girlfriend's belongings. I had 2 jewelry boxes. One of them was going to go to her daughter. One of them was going to go to mine. She threw them in the garbage.
You think she did this over a financial dispute?
She'd be the only one to answer that question. I
Ma'am,
don't.
let me hear from you.
Well, that isn't how it went down to begin with. First, I went in the
My witness
hospital
will
for
state
about
to the
2
fact of
weeks,
that.
I'll let her.
Okay.
which I have the date, the
That you
release
were in the
papers.
hospital?
Yes, I came out of the hospital
What were you
to
in there
this
for,
note.
cirrhosis of the liver?
Probably.
No,
You
actually,
wanna
I have
talk about
leukemia
people
and I
drinking
happen to have a
themselves.
bowel.
Hair-
You want to talk about people drinking themselves again? You see?
But I
Okay.
went in the hospital and came out to find out that my girlfriend, who is his witness, who we were like best friends, had been sleeping in my basement with him for weeks that I didn't even know about. And this note on my table
What
saying that
difference
he was
did it
moving
make
out.
to you?
It doesn't.
Well, so why are
But
you
he's
making
trying
an
to prove
issue
that I
of it?
was sleeping with him when that wasn't the case at all.
The tone of your testimony sounded as if you were bothered by it. I come home
when
and
there's people in
find
your house
out
and you don't
that
even
he's
know.
sleeping with my girlfriend in the basement.
Oh, you would
and
think
I'm
it's
really
something-
upset about that because we were going together. And I had told all my friends that we went
Yes, sir.
together.
That is not how that went.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Anyways, so this note.
Let's see that note. What is
That is
this
not-
telling? What is this indicating?
Basically, that he's planning on moving out, that
Okay.
he was going to come in on Friday and give me $100, and instead he came into my place of employment and caused a huge scene where I got off work at 2 o'clock in the morning to threatening voicemails about how he's going to show up at my house with the Cook County cops in the morning and everything else.
Why?
I don't know how to handle this.
Why did he say he
Because
was
we
coming?
had a dispute at work.
Get my belongings
Get
peacefully.
his belonging. So then I called
Why
the
would
police.
he have to call the police for his belongings?
I called the police because
No,
I
you
didn't know
say
how to
he threatened
handle
to
it.
call the police. Ma'am,
If
did you remove his things
yes,
without his
af-
permission?
after the cops told me to put it on the curb.
Okay. Well, they advised you incorrectly. You have the items?
Yes,
you
sir, I
wanna
do.
speak, ma'am?
Also,
And
too,
the
the
rest
one
of
thing
it's-
that
Come on
really
up, ma'am. State your name.
Kristen Carlson.
What do you want to tell me?
I was there with Dean on June 6th, Saturday morning. We did stop at the police department. We had a police escort. We came to the back. All his things were thrown. I mean, she didn't place them outside. She threw them. There was dirty clothes and coolers. I mean, it was scattered. He noticed some of the things were missing. He asked the officer, can I go inside and look for my other things? The officer went to Tammy. Tammy said no. We left.
That sounds more like police advice because that's the correct advice. First of all, ma'am, he was a tenant, and you cannot dispose or withhold property of a tenant without a court order, whether he paid his rent or not. You had the responsibility of writing him a letter saying you have 30 days or how many weeks to come and get your things. At that time, I'm going to remove them from my home and consider them abandoned. In this case, there was no issue of abandonment. He moved out, and within a couple of days, you had thrown his things out based on, as you claim, police advice. And you should sue the police who told you that.
Yeah, he
So
did.
that they can help pay this judgment you're about to pay. $1,720. You had no right to touch his property or dispose of it, certainly. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
rock and roll, rock and roll. All I gotta say is this just proves everybody will know she's crazy. I mean, come on, look at me. She's crazy.
And if we're such good friends, why did it ever get to this far to begin with? Why would he have to leave me a note? Why couldn't he sit down and talk to me if the three of us were such good friends? And why would I go through that much trouble helping somebody out to turn around and screw him like that?